You say you miss me. Well, Ramen girl, you know how to get in contact with me. Okay. You, for one, know how to get in contact with me personally. So, I appreciate that, though. I appreciate that, but you know how to get in contact with me. All right. Um, shit. But you can let me know you can hear me while I'm talking to you. Let me know you can hear me. All right, so you can hear me. All right. Um, I don't know why it's showing it. Okay. Give me a real quick minute, real quick. Make sure everything's working. I feel kind of rusty because I ain't just really did nothing in a while. So make sure everything is working like it's supposed to be. Make sure ain't no buffering, no stuttering, or nothing, which I don't see in it. So I think I'm in the good on that. Where am I? Yeah, it look like everything's good. So I guess people would come in when they get in. If not, they would catch the replay and all that good stuff. I'm actually sleepy, but um, this was kind of interesting. Considering the video that I did earlier about the update about the girl who, which I don't understand. Out of all the stories I've done, I mean, I understand people want to make excuses for what they done and try to make the story not as bad as it seems. But when you give a reason as to why something happened and you know it's stupid, but you still put it out there anyway, thinking people just gonna roll with it, I really don't know what do you call that. How do you? I mean, seriously, how do you tell people you was trying to put your child down for a nap, but fucked around, put the child in the oven instead? Out of all the stories I have done, that gotta be the most strangest shit that I ever heard. Who mistakes an oven for a crib? Nobody. All right. Nobody mistakes an oven for a crib. And then on top of that, it said the oven's supposed to be smoldering hot. Okay, so you mean to tell me you didn't touch the oven before you put the baby in it to even see that it was hot? And then did you not question yourself and say, damn, why the crib is hot? Why the crib is hot like that? You didn't even do that. But the story you're going to roll with is I made a mistake or I accidentally put my child in the oven versus a crib. And everybody's supposed to believe this shit. Everybody's supposed to believe that you accidentally mistook an oven for a crib. Wow. I don't know how the hell that works, but I guess in some people's mind this stuff does work. I I still can't wrap my head around it. And the fact that she got a reduced bond, I just can't wrap my head around it, which I don't think she should got a bond at all. But I told y'all I'm ignorant to the law. I don't know how this stuff works. I don't know if somebody have a sympathy for, or is she trying to claim insanity? I had no idea. But a reduced bond, I would think something like that. You would have no bond at all. But unfortunately, she has a bond and it's been reduced. Okay. And if somebody does get out, which I hope they don't, she's supposed to have stipulations when she gets out, which I think that's even kind of weird, but again, I'm not a judge, I'm not a jury or whoever make up them kind of decisions or what to do with a person like that. I'm not them, I don't know. That's just crazy to me. That just real crazy to me. An oven mistaken for a crib. I would never get over that. I would never get over that. That's just too wild. All right. But anyway, though, let me get into this real quick. So, ladies and gentlemen, this story right here is coming out of Fresno, California. Ramen girl, I think that's somewhere out there near your way. Where, as far as the state goes, I don't know as far as the city goes, but I know it's close out there your way or whatnot. Fresno, California, we have a story about a 2-year-old who accidentally shot and killed their 22-year-old mother. The boyfriend has been arrested, and he's been arrested pretty much for negligence of the gun. He didn't have the gun properly put up, nor did he have a safety lock on it to prevent the incident from happening. Now, you see the title of my show. I said, was this really an accident? Who knows? Who knows if it was or not? And I got a reason why I'm asking that question. But without further ado, I'm going to let y'all hear the news clipping story real quick. And we can talk about that real quick. And hey, y'all leave y'all thoughts of what y'all think about the whole scenario. All right? Let's have a listen.
Developing tonight, we have new details on a woman shot and killed in Fresno on Friday night. Police now say it was a toddler who pulled the trigger. CBS 47's Brianna Bias joins us live at Fresno Police Headquarters to tell us how the child got that gun. Brianna.
Catherine, this is a really tragic situation, and unfortunately it's one police say is not unheard of. A young child got a hold of a gun that they should have never had access to, and as a result, a woman is dead. A preventable and avoidable tragedy. 22-year-old Jessinya Mena was shot and killed in her bed Friday evening at the Butterfly Grove apartment complex. Police say the person who pulled the trigger was her 2.5-year-old child.
It's difficult because we are having to wrestle with the idea that it's even conceivable that a 2.5-year-old child would have sufficient strength to manipulate a firearm.
Lieutenant Paul Cervantes says Mena's 18-year-old boyfriend, Andrew Sanchez, kept a loaded gun in their apartment. It was not locked up, and it didn't have an external safety feature.
Tragedies such as this, as I mentioned, they cause a ripple effect for the loved ones, and they leave an indelible mark on our community.
Police found Sanchez trying to take Mena to the hospital, and they arrested him. First responders then took her to CRMC, where she died. Mr.
Sanchez was booked that evening for negligent storage of a firearm, including felony child endangerment.
Mena had 2 children, the toddler and an 8-month-old, who are now staying with family. Mena's older sister sent us a statement saying, quote, "My niece and nephew will have to live off of the memories and stories of my sister rather than her presence. We will never be able to witness my sister carry out her lifelong goals and accomplishments due to his negligence."
The Fresno Police Department is deeply saddened by this type of tragedy that's devastating and definitely serves as a stark reminder of the significance and importance of being able to properly store your weapon and do so in a manner that children do not access it.
And to any children watching,
if you see a firearm, leave it alone, don't touch it, tell an adult.
And if you have a weapon at home, police urge you to keep it safely locked up. They say if you don't have a lock, they'll give you one for free. Live at the Fresno Police Headquarters, I'm Brianna Bias, CBS 47 Eyewitness News.
My mom signed up for AARP, but I didn't think I was ready yet.
Let me not say 2 things. Let me just say a couple of things that come to my mind when I hear this story right here, and I speak about it all the time. One, I don't understand why a lot of women just let people come into their house and just bring anything in the house and don't tell them, hey, I got children here, this don't need to be here, or if it's going to be here, I got a place where you can put it up until you're ready to leave. That way everybody can be safe. Bada bing, bada boom, That's one thing I want to say. Second thing I want to say is they've been preaching about free locks for years now, for about a couple of years now. I don't know why these folks is too lazy to go get a lock for the gun. I really don't get it. It's for free. And still, you got a lot of people that will not get up and go get no damn gun lock for their damn gun. They still won't. Still won't go get a box to put it in, knowing when children around so the children can be safe. They just won't do anything. Just leave it around and say, "Ah, hell, ain't nobody gonna worry about it. Ain't nobody gonna touch it." But then somebody ends up touching it. Then we have more tragic stories like these. All right. Now, first thing first, I don't know if I can say this story too far-fetched because I did a lot of stories where children had got a hold of a gun and have shot their parents or whatnot and killed them. Okay? But something about this story, I don't know. I feel something a little different. And here's why I say that is it really an accident? And I've seen some comments where people is saying they don't believe the child did it. They believe he did it. But he's blaming it on the child. I said, oh, that's a good assessment on that. And it could be possibly true. I don't know. I wasn't there, so I can't say what really happened. But just think about it, though. You gotta ask a couple of questions. One question is, how long had they been dating? Second question is, why they was in the process of dating, wherever they were calling each other. How often did he bring this gun over, and how often did he leave it in the place that he always left it at? All right? Then you got to ask the third question. If he always left it in the space that he always left it in, why did this 2-year-old decide this particular day to pick up this gun and do what he did? All right? We had to ask those few questions, and there's probably more questions that could be asked. I just can't think right now. But those are a few that I would have asked, how long y'all was dating? How long you were bringing that gun over? Was you putting it in the same place every time you came over, and the child never touched it? But all of a sudden, though, this one particular time, the 2-year-old decides to get your gun, and not only decides to get your gun, but goes to wherever his mom was and pulled the trigger. Again, like I said, I don't know if I can say that's too far-fetched because of the stories I have done. But in my mind, I'm thinking this woman might have been asleep. He chose to do this, and maybe in the sense that, if y'all can follow me, he walked the child in the room with him and had the gun with him and kind of helped the child aim the gun at the mom and shot the mom, okay? And probably made it to a point that, his fingerprints might not be on the gun, but he tried to make it seem like that the 2-year-old fingerprints would be on the gun or whatnot. You know what I mean? That's kind of like my mind of thinking on that, that he was well aware what was going on and he played a big part in it or what happened, all right? But to keep his nose clean, he's going to say that the 2-year-old did it, all right? Now, not much of the story has came out. Yes, I don't know if they got to arguing the day previous or whatever the case may be. But still, one of the $1 million question is, if you've been coming over there for the longest and you having that gun in the same spot, what made this 2-year-old all of a sudden grab your gun, go directly to where his mom at, and do this? All right? That would be the $1 million question. In my eyes, that would be the $1 million question, So that's why I asked the question, is this really an accident, or is it something more was going on with this story and it's something more that's going on with that dude, and did he plot this to happen? The guy name is Andrew Sanchez. He's 18 years old. He has been booked on felony charges of child endangerment and criminal storage of a firearm. Again, this is in Fresno. You heard they say they arrested him trying to take the girl to the hospital. That's where they arrested him at. I'm looking at the article, so I'm going to see if I can kind of scan through it real quick. Let's see. She was shot in the upper body once while she was in bed. See what I'm talking about? She's in bed. All right? So get this. The child did not touch the gun while she was up and awake. But all of a sudden, the child touches the gun while she was asleep. I want y'all to think about that too, why I said what I said. Is this really an accident? Or did that man have more to do with this than the story is really telling? All right? It says right here The firearm was stored in a location where the toddler accessed the firearm, and then at some point in time while handling the particular weapon, the toddler was able to manipulate the trigger. I guess the LEO says he was able to manipulate the trigger. Mena's boyfriend, Andrew Sanchez, 18, told investigators he was responsible for the 2.5-year-old's toddler finding the 9mm gun. Police said Mena had another child, an 8-month-old infant. Sanchez was booked into jail on charges of child endangerment and criminal storage of a firearm, both felonies. Police said in a statement. But however, though, now Sanchez does not have a criminal record, it says right here. And it says he tried to take his wounded girlfriend to the hospital in a vehicle. Or they say he is bailed out of jail. Interesting. They are talking to, I guess, prosecutors about filing appropriate charges. Prosecutors cannot immediately be reached for an update on the case Wednesday afternoon. The incident is a grim reminder of gun owners to be diligent about where they store their weapons. The Fresno police is saddened by this. Okay, like I said, so it ain't really just telling much about it, so just put out a couple of key points right there. What's going on? So they say he does not have a criminal history. So damn, my bad. Yeah, so it says he don't have a criminal history, but they don't really mean nothing. Everybody try something once if they feel like they can get away with it, So again, is the story far-fetched? Not really. But I don't know. But some of my gut tells me it's more to this than what's going on. And some tells me that the boyfriend had a big role in this as well. What his role was, I don't know. But hopefully when they do their investigation further, it will come out with more information on how things actually happen. Then we also got to think about this too. How clear can a 2-year-old talk? You got to think about that too. All right. How clear can a 2-year-old talk? And can he tell them almost word from word how everything went down? All right. We got to stay tuned and see what happens with that as well. All right. So anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. What I got to say about it. Ain't much to go on right now. What are your thoughts about it for those of you who been reading up in this story? Hey, do you kind of feel the same thing I'm feeling? Or do you think, hey, the 2-year-old did what he did? It was just a tragic incident? Or what do you think about it? I would like to know your thoughts in the comment section when you get a chance to watch this. All right. I'm your man, Chris Thorns. Y'all be safe out there and learn from this story, man. If you got a gun, first of all, stop being lazy. Go get a free lock. Go get a free lock. It's free. Go get a free lock. All right. If you're around children, it's free. Go get a free gun lock. Stop being lazy. All right. Second, put these guns up. If you're not going to be around children, put it in the spot and make sure they don't see you put it in the spot. All right. It's just common sense. All right. It don't take nothing but a minute, if not seconds, to do that, to keep you and everybody safe and secure. That's all there is to it. Stop being lazy. All right. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.